Protecting consumers is not only good for them, but also for businesses that play by the rules and obey the law. And effective, fair enforcement is critical to job creation and economic growth by establishing the rules that will also enforce a level playing field. The good guys should be rewarded for following the rules and playing by them, and the bad guys should be prosecuted. And a fair and effective law enforcement agency like the FTC can lead to better consumer conduct and better consumer protection and better economic growth and job creation. We observe more than 100 years of effective enforcement by the FTC, and obviously a lot of the markets and products and types of business have changed radically over those 102 years. I've been privileged to work with the FTC in stopping false ads for dietary supplements, sham charities, securing redress for consumers with unauthorized cramming charges on their mobile phones. As Attorney General of the state of Connecticut, the FTC was a ready and effective partner in those efforts. But the advances of technology have also changed the challenges of protecting consumers under Section 5. And now we face what is, in my view, the new frontier of consumer protection, which is privacy. Today's hearing is extraordinarily timely because Yahoo confirmed just last week that more than 500 user accounts have been hacked. Consumers are grappling with yet another data breach. This committee must consider what to do to make sure that the FTC can hold businesses accountable for those breaches. And that means also making sure that consumers are notified promptly and efficiently when there are any breaches. There are serious questions as to whether Yahoo effectively notified consumers as promptly as they should have been told about those security breaches. The FTC has brought numerous enforcement actions over the years against companies for lax data security practices, but this piecemeal, after-the-fact approach might be better served if the Commission were able to prescribe rules requiring security practices. In fact, in my view, they would be, and that's the reason that Senator Nelson and I introduced the Data Security and Breach Notification Act. Only stiffer enforcement and stringent penalties will make sure companies are properly and promptly notifying consumers when their data has been compromised. Protecting consumer privacy also means that children should be protected because so much of the data about them is potentially within the realm of public observation. And so we have introduced, and I hope we will pass, Senator Daines and I have introduced the Safe Kids Act. My strong hope is that the Safe Kids Act will be the next piece of legislation we vote out of committee because protecting our children can't wait and shouldn't wait. And similarly, in other areas, data, personal facts are at risk, making the Internet of Things almost the Wild West of potential breaches of security. And that puts identities in danger. It risks privacy. It creates potential costs. It discourages innovation and invention, and ultimately deters economic growth and job creation. So I look forward to moving forward, as we have done on a bipartisan basis, with the Online Ticket Sales Act, as we did in last week's executive session. I hope that legislation and other measures that we pass will be a template for the process that we adopt in this committee, and that we will recognize in a very bipartisan way that we all have a stake in protecting consumers.